Are you stuck? How about unhappy? Join Alena Chapman, author, mentor, and life coach for Magical Moments with Alena, as she challenges you to get out of the doldrum and start living your life to the fullest. Alena will help you take control of your life and push you to do the things you never thought you'd do. So get ready to take back your power and celebrate life with Magical Moments featuring Alena Chapman.
Welcome to Magical Moments, and I'm your host, Alena Chapman. And guess what? It's all about that ease and flow as we work our way to success. Because really, whatever you define as success in your life, that is where we're going. And it's nice to have that ease and flow. But we don't get that, you know? We think it has to be all painful, but it's how you think about it. I'm really want to see if people are ready to gain that success, ready to move forward in their lives, ready for that ease and flow on their journey. But it's how you look at it. But the first thing we got to do is we got to get our hands on the wheel. I heard this quote that was really cool. You can't climb a ladder of success. You can't have ease and flow. You can't have what you want in this life if you still keep your hands in your pocket. You got to take the hands out of the pocket in order to start. And so today, what we're going to do is we're going to take the hands out of the pocket. And I'm going to give you some tools. I love giving you some tools to use. I love that because you need something for guidance to start. And then you adapt them to whatever you need in your life. But I think it's very interesting. When I was a kid, I started thinking back. I thought, well, actually, I was asked a question, if I really want to be real. Someone asked me, do you follow rules? And I said, not really. I don't. I'm kind of a nonconformist, always have been. I know a lot of you out there are going, oh my gosh, Alena Chapman doesn't follow rules. But when I was a kid, I had dyslexia, okay? Now, I didn't know I had dyslexia. I knew that I was not learning very well the way everybody else was learning. So right there, guess what? I'm not following the rules because the rules aren't working for me. And my dad was a very smart man, and he decided not to label me, but said, you know what? There's another way to do this. And he started teaching me other ways to learn. Lots of other ways. And I started to naturally think, well, if there's not one way to skin that onion, there's another way. And why do I have to do it every other, like everybody else does? And so I started to do really well. I knew where I was good. I knew that if I had to do one of those stand in line, answer the question, or sit down, and you have to do it in like 2 minutes, I'm not going to do it. So don't even worry about that. But I know if I give me a written test, I have the time to think. I can calm myself down. I'll ace the test. I'll get 100. So with this, I didn't stress. I wasn't a stressful kid because I knew I didn't have to, I didn't have to stay in the box. There were other experiences that happened when I was a kid. I had to fend for myself a little bit in school. We changed schools. I got mixed up with a person that pretended to be my friend, then turned everyone against me. And then it was a bully, was a terrible bully. I had to learn how to deal with that myself. The teachers were not helping. So again, follow the rules, go to the teacher. The teacher doesn't help. What do you do then? Oh my gosh, you got to come up with your own solution. And so I came up with my own solution. And then I was thinking out of the box again. How many times in our lives have we had to think out of the box? Really start to think to yourself, did you always just do exactly what you were told? And when you found that wasn't working, did you think outside the box? I bet you you did. Because as kids, we're resourceful and we want what we want. It's when we're adults and we've been conformed to say, well, no, you got to follow the rules. You got to follow what this person says because they're the rule maker. Or you got to follow the way this is done because it's always been done that way. Oh, I hate that phrase. So when we were kids, we thought, well, that's nice, but I bet there's another way. As adults, we say, oh, we can't dare to do that. It's time to go back, guys. Because when we think outside the box, my gosh, my kids even say, Mom, you don't even know there is a box half the time. I don't. Isn't that funny how kids can see that? Isn't that really funny? And because I have decided to live outside that box, my life is pretty darn fun and exciting. And every day when I wake up, I'm just amazed with some of the newness. I'm always the new people, the new experiences. I have no problem just getting up and going and trying something. Don't you want to be more like that? Not that I'm ideal and I'm perfect. Oh, by far, no. But that aspect of me, I like. And I don't understand when people say, I can't. That's your critical mind, folks. You can. It's your critical mind. That critical mind that keeps us in that box. And the critical mind is not just something that came out of the ether. The critical mind was formed by the experiences in your life that you learned to conform to this society. That's what you did. If you ask people like Alan Watts and some other great thinkers of the time, some scientists even, they say that conformity, that culture, that constant, well, culture is good, but society, living in a society has put us at incredible disadvantage because we think we can't do anything. We think we are only good at so far. And truly, I know this has been said, but I really do wonder. I don't think that people fear failure so much. I really think that people fear more than anything the power we truly have. I think that power is so humongous. I think that power is... Saint Germain was a person in the early 1900s who understood that there was no limitation whatsoever between here and the spirit world. None. And because of that, he truly was a master. He was able to just gain so much incredible insight. And he was able to do things that people didn't think were possible. There are people that do things that we don't think is possible. Do you think they are better than us? Do you think they are gifted with some incredible, power that we don't have? No. The same energy that flows through them goes right through us. It flows through us. That's the ease and the flow right there. And yet, we tend to think, oh, but they got all the luck. No, hon. No, we all have the luck. It's time for you to step out of that box you've been living in. And the way to do that is to start to build the belief in yourself. That's all it takes. Because you've been beaten down a little bit by experiences, by mom and dads, by teachers, by other kids, by failures in jobs or what you deem as failures in jobs. Okay? But once you start to build yourself up that you can do this, and you start to stick that toe outside the box, that's where the magic is. That's where the ease and flow is. That's where every day is a new, fun experience. That is where, when things happen, it doesn't really bother you that much. For instance, I'll give you a for instance. Okay, so I get home from a 4-day trip, which was work. I had to go to work in Pennsylvania. I come home, and I got home 2 days ago. Yesterday, I went downstairs into the family room, and I happened to look up because I hear drip, drip, drip. I'm thinking, what's drip, drip, drip? I look. Now, this is I just moved into this house. I look up, and there's this beam that goes across that holds pipes and stuff in the family room, and it is swollen with water. Not just a little leak coming through. It's like a big, giant bubble Now, I can't say I was jumping for joy. Oh, this is a great new experience. Okay, I didn't do that. But I said, oh my, you know what? What am I going to do? And so I started calling people and I went to the problem. But I did not get all moany about it. I thought, okay, this is just something I have to take care of today and get somebody to help me with it. That's it. And it's done. I got the water out of the bubble. I learned how without making a mess in the family room. And now I'm waiting for the contractor. That's it. That's it. It's not going to stay on my mind all day. It's not going to beat me down. Do you see how it works? Because I got things to do. I got a life to live. I've got to do my creation. I've got to experience people. I have a wonderful life I want to be in. And because I have a bubble in the basement in my family room, it's not going to break or make me. Do you see how it's different? Now, so what are these things that we can do? All right, number one, start building your belief in yourself up. What are you listening to? I always say that. What are you listening to? If you're listening to lots of things that frustrate you, that drag you down, that feel heavy in your body, let it go. I don't care if it's the news. Let it go. Let it go. If it's one of those shows that's tearing down everything, let it go. If it's shows that are fun but have no point, let them go. Start listening. There's so many incredible videos out there that are motivational. One of my clients has been sending me these, what are they called? I'm trying to look at as I'm sitting here because it's like incredible stuff. And it's like this quantum for something. You can get them everywhere. Let me see if I can find it. Dragon Ball Ultimate 14 Mini Motivational AMV. I just did a promotion. Hopefully they'll notice. But this, okay. Yes, it's very yang, meaning it's a very masculine energy, like do it, get it done, do it, but it's motivation. The music is uplifting. And by the time you listen to that, you are ready to just conquer anything in your world. It's building the belief that you can do it. These are the things you listen to. Listen to Meister Eckhart, build that spiritual knownness that you're not alone in this world. You're not alone on this journey. You have that powerful universal energy within you. That source, that whatever you believe, God, source, universe, whatever the words are that you use, that source is flowing through you. You are not alone. The only thing that's holding you back is that mind. So start to change the mind. And listening to that wonderful music and that powerful words in the morning when you get up, oh my gosh, you're ready. It builds. And take away things that are polluting you, making your body feel heavy. It's really funny. If you listen to that motivational stuff or stuff that makes you feel connected or that stuff that makes you feel empowered, and then you go back and you listen to the other stuff, start registering your body. Because you'll see that when you're listening to the stuff that's the motivational, you'll feel lighter. You'll feel able to move, to do, to make happen. And when you listen to the other stuff, it makes you feel lazy. Yeah, you feel indignant if it's something that gets you all riled. You feel like, why can't why can't this be right? Or whatever it is that goes through your mind. But it doesn't make you move. You feel heavy. You feel frustrated. That's not what you need. Start to register this. Start to listen to what your body's telling you. That's spirit saying, move in a different direction. Second, I've got 3 wonderful ways to start to train the mind and some wonderful ways to start to get a little free. Because really, folks, the only bondage you have is the critical mind. And we don't want to focus on the critical mind. but we do want to train it. And one of the ways I love that is not punishing, nothing should ever be self-punishing. You're too special. You're not supposed to punish yourself. But one of the ways that I love, I have the reset button. I love this. The reset button is when that critical mind, just in your mind, start to think first of this beautiful button. Maybe it's, I don't know, decorated with bling. Maybe it's just a simple red button. Maybe it's something with cool numbers on it. I don't know. Whatever you want to create in your mind. And when you have a thought that says, I can't, or I'm fearful of that, or I don't think I can succeed, or I whatever, or even judgment, judging yourself, judging others, it's all the same. Just every time you have one of those little thoughts that just are not showing the power you have within, press the button and say, I think I'm going to do that over. I think I'm going to think a different way. Simple as that. No saying, oh my gosh, I can't believe I had that thought again. No heaviness at all. It's just, I'm going to do it over. Isn't that easy? I always say the most wonderful, profound, strategic baby steps are really pretty simple. Another one I have, if you are trying to accomplish something, like when you sit down and you're planning that business you want to do, or you're writing down the characteristics of the love of your life, or you're doing, I don't know, or you find yourself at a crossroads and you're doing a T-bar, these little things, any kind of task that you're doing that requires dreaming or doing something that you've always had trouble because a critical mind is bothering you. I can't do it kind of thing. This is a wonderful little way to do. Just get that critical mind away. And it's training your mind to focus on the things you want to focus on. Isn't that cool? And that is the basket. Yes, I have a basket. Now again, that basket is in your mind. Get that basket so beautifully decorated any way you want it. It can be gold with sparkles. It can be silver with a key on it. Whatever works for you. And then when you sit down to do whatever it is you want to do, and a critical thought comes in, say, not now, not now. Okay, and take your hand from your mind, okay, and take all those thoughts and put them in the basket. I am not here, not now. I cannot have you. Come on. And you gather them up like you would gather up a bunch of puppies, and you put them in the basket, and then you take the basket and put it on the top shelf of your imagination with, using your hand. It's got to have a physical motion, guys. Okay. So it's outside yourself. You're putting it outside yourself on a shelf, a pretend shelf. Okay. When you do that, you feel this sense of incredible freedom and immediately start to focus on what you're doing. At first, you'll be able to do a minute. Second time, maybe 3 minutes. Next time, it could be 15 minutes without that critical mind creeping out of that basket and getting back into your head. And if it does, and you want to continue, just clap. Break the energy. Say, Take your hand, take that thought, put it back in the basket. And you will start to see longer and longer minutes where you can focus on what you want to focus on without the buts and I can'ts and the critical reasoning that's not serving you. Okay? Number 3, I actually have 4. Now, number 3 is sort of along the same lines, but it's for longer periods. It's like for meditating or study or whatever, or just, I always think of Cinderella in that musical she had, in my own little corner, in my own little chair. I can be whatever I want to be. And I probably should sing that, but I don't remember the melody because it was a song. So this is what the sacred space is. And your sacred space can be simple. It can be a chair that you deem it. It can be a blanket on your bed, or wherever you put that blanket, it becomes your sacred space. Or you can doll it up with candles or nature or bling or, I don't know, whatever, books, whatever floats your boat that makes it a sacred space for you. I make my whole house a sacred space. I do. It's fun. And then I have this back patio that I am going to be decorating. I'm going to be doing it on TikTok and Instagram and I think a few other. You can join me. You can watch me transform this blah, all energy in place into a sacred space. And why do I want to do that? Because it's my little corner where I can be whatever I want to be. That means it gives me opportunity to go in and to begin to just dream without the critical mind. That's the thing. Before I step into my sacred space, I always take my finger and I put a white light all the way around the sacred space. And I close my eyes when I do that and I envision this white light and I say, and here are the words, "No worry, doubt, or fear shall enter here." And I take my hand and I swish away all those ucky thoughts. They are not allowed in this space. This is my little corner. Okay? And then I step in. Now, when you're first doing this, it's extremely important that you know what you want to do when you step in. Like, have it planned, because the universe does not like a void. And if you leave your mind open, then the things you're used to, which are the critical thoughts, will creep right back in. So at first, when you swish those no worry, doubt, and fear, and you swish it away, know that when you step into your sacred space, you're going to listen to music, or you're going to meditate, or you're going to listen to something inspirational, or you're going to study, or you're going to create that wonderful whatever you want to create in this world and make your mark. Okay? And then before you know it, you will get into a zone in there. And the critical mind doesn't stand a chance. Allow your imagination to grow in there. Your imagination is the top thing that can beat the critical mind. So those are 3 incredible ways. And then I'm going to give you a little bonus here, because I love to give bonuses. I love affirmations, but affirmations are dreary. They're just dreary. And they also fight the critical mind. It's like, I will believe this thing. And because they're dreary, like, my business will be successful, I'll make $1 million or whatever, or $1 billion, whatever you're saying. I've just made one up. Okay, that's very non-exciting. And it's also unbelievable to my mind. See? So with that, I'm going to have a long haul. I'm not going to be able to change that limiting thought in my mind for a long time. But if I take that and I put it in a higher, a higher inspirational way, like, I am guided by divine, the energy flows out of me to create this business that is all mine. Something like that, something that rhymes. I love to say, I have an amazing business with amazing ways. It serves magically. No, I just said it wrong. Darn it. I have an amazing business with amazing ways, with amazing service, with amazing pay. How do you like that? So that way you have all this stuff coming in, wonderful business with wonderful service. You've got that law of receiving. You have magical ways. And then all of a sudden you also include money coming in the door for this business you're creating. Do you see how you do it? And it's rhyming. It's not only rhyming, but it's believable. Your critical mind will accept it. A lot easier than I'm going to make $1 million. See, this is the thing. I love doing that. I love when clients come to me, I help them come up with, well, no, I don't help. I download. Spirit always has a way to tell me exactly what to say for clients to get this critical thought going away. That's a really fun bonus. All right, so these are 4 ways. Once you understand that you do not have to be in a box. Nobody came here to be in a box, guys. Nobody came here to live a dull, mundane life. That's very sad. I think that's probably the saddest thing in the whole wide world. And the only prison you're in is the prison of your own mind. So you've got to take control of that mind. And these are 4 incredible ways to do it. And, you know, I know sometimes it can be a little bit difficult. So if it is, reach out to me. Reach out to me. If you have soulmanifesto.com, that is my group. That's what we do. Gosh, I love the people in that group. They are so warm, loving, and fun. Go to soulmanifesto.com and you can join soulmanifesto.com directly, or you can sign up for Soul Talk, which is a Thursday night group. We all get on Zoom and we talk, people from all over the United States and sometimes the world. Also, we have a 7-day reset, which is videos of meditation for a week that gets you all zen and feeling good, and your mind just feeling good. Anything you want is on that soulmanifesto.com. And if you want to reach out to me because you have a particular problem, just go to the contact page. I get all those contacts and I can help you. And that's what I do. I love it. So, guys, listen. We have everything we need inside us to accomplish the life we want to live. But my question to you is not what do you want to do, but who do you want to be? Who do you want to be? Spirit is love, folks. And when you open up to that love and you get rid of the critical mind and you know who you want to be, Spirit says, yes. Namaste.
This has been Magical Moments with Alena, featuring Alena Chapman. If you missed an episode, download it now on iTunes, Spotify, TuneIn, CastBox, Deezer, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, or your favorite podcast platform. Learn more online at soulmanifesto.com.
Podcasts by Federated Media.